I can hide here for as long as it takes. Seems that no one is safe when a man is that close to a prize like the throne.
Okay. Where we left off, this is a new recording session from last time. But Corvo was betrayed by the Loyalist conspirators. It seems to me like they killed all the other people who were in the conspiracy and took off with Emily, but I don't know where to, and that's the big concern.
Well, you look at this mess.
Let's listen in on these nerds.
One of the officers said he was dead. Poisoned, thrown in the river. If you ask me, he's lost. Threw the mask in the river, left town.
That's what a rational person would do. Not this guy. You have to understand the criminal mind. I hear they had to hide the Cauldron girl from him the whole time they were working with him. I heard they locked him in a cage and only let him out at night.
The criminal mind, huh? So what's he doing now?
Waiting. He's probably watching us right now. With that crazy mask on. Creeping closer and closer, ever closer, until...
Cut it out. What's so impressive about Corvo anyway? Who's he got up against? A couple of high overseers, a couple of noblemen? He could never stand up to men with our training.
Well, now I do hope he shows up. I want to see you run crying for the cover of the tall boys out back.
Like you were, the other night.
What was I supposed to do, stand there and get hit by rocks?
They were just kids.
They were a gang. I hope Lord Regent Havelock sends the tall boys in to level the place. It's gonna be a new era.
Having a 10-year-old on the throne isn't gonna cure the plague.
High Overseer Martin says it will. He says we were cursed when the Empress died by Corvo's black magic, and the rats are never gonna leave until we had a real Cauldron back. He says the outsider follows Corvo around.
There's some curse on this city, that's for sure. I'm still trying to forget working in the flooded district.
Don't mind me. Before we go, I'm gonna stash a few bottles of wine for myself. Take them out of here with us.
Just make sure Corvo's not hiding down there first. Maybe you're right about that guy.
Should we gather for whiskey and cigars tonight? Indeed, I believe so.
Okay. Yeah. So that's one of my favorite kind of dialogue exchanges in the game. And it's mostly just because it's a very natural way of getting a lot of information told to the player that they wouldn't otherwise know. What's the... Oh, right. I want to show you this. Yeah, so Hero's workshop over there is completely sealed shut, and they're taking shots at it with the tall boys. Yep. So, yes, from what you could hear from those guys, Lord Regent Havelock, as he is now known, because, yeah, has said, "Oh, I found the Loyalist conspiracy. They had Emily the whole time. Don't worry, guys. Just go in there and take them out." And then it goes, "Oh, looks like a bunch of them are dead. Corvo killed them." And then there's all this weird rumors about Corvo being the masked felon. Well, I mean, it's not a rumor, it's true. But it sounds like a rumor. Anyways, I'm gonna do some investigating.
Our men are still trying to penetrate the workshop. Close up tight. We think Piero Joplin's inside.
There is evidence that Anton Sokolov was held here against his will for some time.
Yeah, I'm alright.
We can't determine what happened to him. I'll bet my commission he's in that building with Piero Joplin. If so, arrest him. But I don't want him harmed until I get to the bottom of all this. I thought... Careful. The place may be booby-trapped and I want him alive. What else?
Yes, sir. The servants were all executed shortly before we arrived. Looks like a naval cutlass and a small-bore pistol. Looks like Corvo ran amok before he left.
Turn this building inside out. And it goes without saying, this area is sealed.
Don't walk into all points.
And stay vigilant.
Okay, how do I do this? Okay.
Corvo's the most dangerous man in the Empire now, and he has nowhere else to go.
Never thought he'd bother us again. I guess he holds a grudge.
Okay. Time stop makes a great panic button. Alright. Okay, looks like I'm good. Whew, don't even need to use a sleep dart. Oh. This is my room. Corvo, remember before when I mentioned a special drawing I was making for you? This is it. I don't know where you went, but I hope when you get back you see this and like it. Everyone's acting strange tonight. Samuel was whispering to Callisto about a flare launcher. He used to call him. He told her to lock the door to my old tower. I heard the Admiral tell the others we are leaving tonight for a place called the Lighthouse on King Sparrow Island. So, yes, this is a drawing of Corvo's face that Emily makes for you. Or I guess she has been making for you throughout the entire time she's been here. Interesting. Oh, crap. Are they coming back? Did they all just hear me accidentally shoot that? Yeah, so this is a drawing that Emily's been making for you the whole game, or the whole time she's been here. And here's an interesting thing about the chaos system. You know, it's not all bad. It has some cool moments, and it is, if you play through the game with the high chaos, like you kill most people that you find and you just kind of wreak havoc. This isn't a drawing of Corvo. This drawing's still here, but it's not of Corvo's face. It's just a drawing of Corvo's mask, which she just associates with Corvo now, which is interesting, right? Also, speaking of Emily's drawings, I'd like to admit a folly of mine. And I misunderstood some things about something I wanted to show off in the playthrough, only to find out that I completely missed it in an earlier level. So let's go through it. I'm going to show you this now, and it's a drawing of Emily's that shows up after you complete the Royal Physician quest, I believe, and it's in your room. And the thing is, I went to my room after that quest and I completely missed it. But please just take a look, because this is pretty important stuff. Yeah. So, you've probably guessed it by now, but Corvo is Emily's biological father. It's pretty darn heavily implied, but that's just a bit of confirmation. Also, I haven't been reading a lot of lore books around, but I think if you read some notes, you see other characters speculating about it. And to be honest, it's not that crazy. The Empress doesn't have an emperor. And she's not a widow. But she has a child. This is common logic here. Now, it says to find a clue about Havelock or his where. Whoa! So considering all that, now you understand maybe, or I guess you still play as him. He's the player character, so it's difficult. But a lot of the stuff that Corvo does and a lot of stuff that Emily says, oh, kind of, it all kind of adds up, really. Corvo's been Emily's dad the whole game, and both of them know it. Whoa! They're still bombarding the workshop out there. How do I take out all these guys? Okay, wait, are they coming this way? you're leaving. Yep. The fast hands or strong arms? Is that what it's called? Captain Manning, we've tracked the conspiracy to the Hound Pits pub. Search the premises for the natural philosophers Piero Joplin and Anton Sokolov. Do what you must to secure all materials related to the enhanced arc pylon that they have been constructing. Question them thoroughly. Once you know everything of the pylon, execute them both. They may be two of the greatest minds of our age, but they're also traitors who conspired with Corvo to bring down this empire. I'm keeping Empress Emily with me at the lighthouse on King Sparrow Island until we're certain that Corvo and his fellow conspirators have been properly dealt with. Lord Regent Havelock. Yep. Oh! You can tuck into this. I didn't know.
They left in great haste, scattering like insects, eager to bore into the nests you made for them.
Whoa. Come on. There we go. Oh! He died from the fall. Understood. Maybe if I accidentally killed 2 people. Oh, he's still alive. Okay, sweet. It's a little inconsistent on how fall damage kills unconscious people. But at least I managed to avoid that last one. You can enter the sewers from here. Okay.
This hovel for some place befitting my station. Now, all the good families of the Empire will look up to Pendleton. Wallace, before your meeting with Havelock downstairs, I want you to hold this to the boat for me. We'll be recording the most important chapters in the next few days.
Speaking of Wallace, and also Lydia, Cecilia told me that they were both killed. But Callista's still alive. So I'm going to work on finding her along with Sokolov and Piero. Well, let's start with the people who I think I can get the closest to right now. Anton and Piero are in the workshop, which I know I can get to from my room. So let's just head back upstairs. Okay. Oh. Callista's in the tower. And there's Wallace and Lydia. There's a lot of violence in this game, but for some reason that feels crueler than usual. Okay. Huh? Oh. How do I get into this place? Oh, there we go.
It's refreshing to converse with someone online.
Your expulsion from the Academy was a crime against natural philosophy itself.
Which you might have pointed out at the time. But it's pointless to hold a grudge. I want to ask you.
About the elixir, yes. And I need to discuss your tonic. Why have you not tried the homeopathic solution?
And where am I to find the subjects? I can't recruit from prisons as you do. But it's forced me to work with another agent derived from...
The river crusts, yes, I'd guessed as much. But I think our approaches may reinforce each other. This is what we've been lacking thus far. Corvo, good to see that you still breathe. The city would not be the same if you were not with us. I've completed Piero's work on an arc pylon, but only just.
With this device, we can send a powerful electrical signal through the nervous system, nearly rendering our enemies unconscious, or they can be reduced to ashes. I've attuned it so that we will be safe from the functions of the device. It will only trigger in the presence of our enemies. This arc pylon is more powerful than the older design. It will function at a greater range, striking down our foes while ignoring us. I need my final sequence, which is recorded in the blueprint for this device. Havelock was inspecting it before the killing started. Return the blueprint to me. It was in his bedroom before he left. Hopefully, it's still there. You may navigate the fields of battle with ease, but Sokolov and I are not as gifted in the same way. Without the arc pylon, it is only a matter of time before they put an end to us. We can get this device working, or you can go out and remove our enemies one by one, whichever you think is best.
So, I already got the blueprints earlier from when I went into Havelock's room, which is cleared out because I guess he's taking all this stuff and gonna move in somewhere else.
I'll make what you need as long as I have the necessary materials.
But before that, let's get all my upgrades out of the way. Sleep darts are expensive, so let's get them here. Get spring razors, let's get remedies. Crossbow bolts, I have lots of. And so explosive shot, which I might use, but it's not all that great. Might as well upgrade sword crossing. And let's get boot stealth all the way. So with boot stealth, you're gonna like this. Do you hear the sound? Well, I mean, hold on. Let's wait for this bombardment to stop. Listen to that. Nothing. I can sprint completely silently now. It's nice. Here are the blueprints.
Astonishing. The arc pylon is complete. Now to activate it.
With this device, we can send a powerful electrical signal through the nervous system, merely rendering our enemies unconscious, or they can be reduced to ashes.
What is your opinion, Corvo?
This line is raw, but I'm gonna put them all to sleep. And as you can probably tell, this is just another chaos system choice.
As you wish, Corvo. We will be far away before any of them regain their senses.
There's no real difference from the outcome here. The enemies get incapacitated no matter what you choose. It's just
all is ready, Corvo.
whether or not you want to
All
kill
that
them
remains
needlessly
is
or not.
plugging in a whale oil tank to power it. Will you do the honors?
Yes, sir.
When this arc pylon is charged, no one will dare come near us.
Whale oil, huh? One of these for my house. I want to make sure that a tall boy isn't out here. Okay, we're good. So, humming. I am in trouble.
Amazing. Simply amazing. It functioned beyond my greatest expectations. It defies description. A device like this will ensure Dunwall's security for a century. We once discussed a system of signals to be used in Emily's tower for communication across the river. I wonder if he remembers that.
Well, Corvo, I hope we can be considered colleagues again. You were condemned, I was kidnapped. Men like us rise above such things. As to the good Admiral, I believe men such as Havelock start with high-minded intentions. Same with Martin, and maybe even Pendleton, though I suspect he was just lazy. No one is prepared for the sheer seductive influence of being so close to real power. Once you start ordering people killed to get your way, everything else is mere detail. I return to my work now, and you to yours. Killing people, I mean. I sincerely hope it goes well.
Sokolov's the best.
This Piero of yours, a strange mind. But then my own is strange as well. If there is a cure to the plague, I believe we will find it. The old Empress would have liked that. She was a strange one. Stranger, I think, than you ever knew. But such things are past. And this new Empress, she's a strange one too.
All of them are unconscious. And an interesting thing about using that supercharged arc pylon up there is that even the tall boys are unconscious. And this is the only way in the game to actually render tall boys unconscious. Otherwise, you just have to kill them if you want to incapacitate them. So it's just kind of a unique thing. Be on the watch for members of the conspiracy, some still at large. If they're discovered, they're to be killed on sight, with the bodies to the kennel. Piero Joplin, Lydia Brooklane found dead, Wallace Higgins found dead, Corvo, Atano, believed dead, assume missing, kill on sight. Samuel Beechworth missing, kill on sight. The woman in the tower is Callista Kurnow and a victim of circumstance, merely in the wrong place at the wrong time. Do not disturb her, but do not allow her to leave the premises. She is under my protection. I see. Yep. My dear Wallace, we are departing for a safe and secure place where we can coordinate the transition of power to ourselves. Make certain that my audiograph and the best of the wines make it aboard the vessel before the sun sets. It just feels gross. Oh, let's go check on Cecilia. Yep. Before we talk to Callista. General notice? Oh, okay. Just read the copy of that. Gonna make a run for it. I think that if I hadn't met you, I wouldn't be brave enough to try. I'll find you again someday when this is all over. Alright. That's a wrap on her. Let's go get Callista.
Corvo, I can't believe you're alive. They killed everyone, Corvo. They killed everyone to cover it all up. Then they took Emily with them and they left. I couldn't do anything to protect her. Please find her. Make her safe. All his talk of being an honorable military man, but Havelock will use Emily like a puppet to his own advantage. Something changed in the Admiral as soon as the Lord Regent died. It had been building up. Martin was acting strange, going quiet if any of us were near, whispering late into the night with Havelock and Pendleton while you were out doing the real work. I think they realized they were one step away from holding the same position the Lord Regent had, and worried they'd be held accountable for what they did here, as the Loyalists. They would have killed me too, but Havelock spared me. Out of respect for my uncle, I believe. Please, talk to Samuel and the others. Someone must know where they're going. Find Emily. She's suffered through so much, and she's got no one else on her side except you. Samuel set this here in case you returned. You can use it to call him. He said he'd come quickly. Hopefully there's a place he can dock where the Watch won't see him. Now that you've eliminated the City Watch, I can find my way out of here. But there's no way I can help Emily the way you can. I saw Samuel on the river earlier. I'm sure he'll take you where you need to go. One last trip, I expect.
Okay. Here's another interesting detail.
I had one job. Take care of Emily. I tried as best I could.
Another interesting detail about the difference between high chaos and low chaos in this mission. And I believe that this mission probably has the most differences between high chaos and low chaos, probably because it's, you know, right at the end of the game. But Callista dies in high chaos. And I believe she also dies if you don't save Captain Kurnow in the mission with High Overseer Campbell. Because, well, if there's no Kurnow, then there's no favor. Yes, so Callista doesn't, like, necessarily survive. She doesn't have plot armor. If you high chaos the heck out of your playthrough, then, well, just the world's more violent as a result, and Callista gets killed off with Lydia and Wallace. She's one of those bags over there. Go talk to Piero. Hey.
Goodbye, Corvo. I wish to apologize for what was done to you. It seems that holding all the pieces and standing a step from the throne changed something in the others. Something I don't understand. Don't underestimate Havelock, Corvo. He'll be waiting.
All right. I think there's one last thing I want to find. And it's this.
Not liking the look of this one bit. That party died down inside awful fast, and now they called all the staff together. They said one more package for me to deliver, but I think I'll be keeping station at a safe distance from the riverbank and keep an eye on things for a while.
Okay, now I'm going to use that flare launcher.
I'll do what you want, but ask quickly.
Did I ever buy some explosive bullets? Oh, no, I didn't. Alright.
Astonishing.
Pretty cool. Yep. And use that flare launcher.
Go after Emily. I'll be there. I really can't believe they did this, but if they were willing to kill to get what they wanted, I guess they'd be willing to do anything.
Emily banged her head in the confusion. They dragged her crying into the waiting boat. She called your name.
Thought I'd find you here. It never pays to bet against you, does it? I saw the
Samuel's the best.
I knew you'd be back, Corvo. I knew it. We'll need to get out of here soon. The Admiral controls the military now, Martin's High Overseer, and Pendleton's in favor with the aristocracy and Parliament. They need Emily, of course. But if Havelock senses that it's all about to fall down around him, who knows what he's liable to do.
Going to King Sparrow Island. That's where they taking Emily.
Good. Then it's one more trip across the river to where it meets the sea. That's where the Lord Regent was building his new lighthouse. Ought to be something to see.
All right. Found Emily's drawing, arc pylon. Yes, not a lot in that mission. It's just the hub area, but as a playable mission. So, it's continuing. Now, let me lay down the explanation here. King Sparrow Isle has two different versions, depending on if you have low chaos or high chaos in the playthrough. Because this is the last level. All right, we're here, everybody. Yeah, all right. First of all, King Sparrow Island's kind of a small level. It's over pretty quick.